Welcome everybody back to Nat One Nonsense. I apologize for the late start, but we are going to hop into it. I'm happy to announce that we have two people who were not present with us in person last week are in person with us now. Uh, I almost said your last name, but Rectech and Fearin. Fearin hasn't been with us in person for about a month now.
More than that.
Oh gosh, your androgynous pelvis.
Bro, it's 30 seconds in.
And that is totally just an okay dance.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a dance. It's like a floss. Just you
Yeah.
didn't do the.
Yeah.
Um.
You were flossing the wrong direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a flaw.
It was a flop. Yeah. um. Spine Splitter unfortunately is not with us today. He is needing some much needed. But he will join us next week. Rectech, do you mind if there's any? I doubt that there'll be much combat with this. But if there is, will you run his as
I
well?
will do the best I can. Yes.
Okay.
Because I think I can pull up his character sheet.
We're gonna hop back in, or we're gonna hop into a recap for the person who was in brain fog last week. So you guys actually, it was mostly role play last week, which was great. It's been a while since we've been able to do a role play session. You guys had defeated Durandal. You had a couple of you.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yeah,
Monty Python.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of you had stolen a dragon soul seed and was having a panic attack. Went into a side room and ate some magic mushrooms and drank 3 different types of alcohol that did a lot of stuff for him. The mushrooms almost killed him outright. It almost would have been a full ook death. But after seeing all the ghosts of the souls that misery has taken away, Ook beelined it straight for the ship. And he made it to the ship. But you guys, through some interesting investigations, you guys happened to hear a voice initially coming from Renee's bag. Now, no one could tell what the item was at first, and it was only verbal once. It was only audible once. The rest of the time, it was in Renee's mind. I think it took about 2 intelligence saves by the time it finally was actually able to talk to you, and you were able to determine that it's your mirror. And it was a item of an entity known as the Faceless. The only reason you were able to come to know this information was you successfully had a dex. You had a successful dex save, but you failed I believe a wisdom. It was either a wisdom or charisma save. So it was failed charisma save, succeeded dex save, and a black tarry like ooze basically started springing up basically from where Warren was, and oozy humanoid figures began popping up out of this ooze, and they had a kind of dismorphed version of all the faces that Warren had shown the mirror to. And yeah, and after they had appeared, she had seen an entity in the mirror that very much like a doppelganger in the sense of how its face is constructed. Just a pale white face with like some very subtle facial features. It then began to morph and take on the likeness of Warren, but a very fiendish version of her face, with a split maw and very, 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 very spooky. But thanks to your successful dex save, um, you specifically were saved by an Eladrin from the Fey known as Pharamel. Saved, yeah. We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Okay.
Is that spelled with a PH?
No, it is. I fully last session asked if Faramir was an actual name in the Lord of the Rings, and it was. And I was like, all right, so what derivative am I going to do of Faramir for
Caramel.
Faramel? Faromel.
Sort of fair.
Sir Faramel. Caramel Faramel. Appeared and saved Warren by effectively putting her in a protective woodland barrier, which kept all the tar creatures out. Spinesplitter had a secondary speaking with his mother as a little side venture as he went and tracked down the last kobold sorcerer and basically did a blood sacrifice of this sorcerer in that temple of Tiamat. And for canon purposes, I said that was the reason why there are now blood sacrifices to Tiamat was because Spinesplitter started this. And Look had made it to the ship. Well, Faramel needed you guys to effectively assist him in sealing the mirror of the faceless. He himself could not touch the mirror as it would make him a thrall of the faceless. But due to it effectively being a pact weapon for you, in the sense that it was a cursed item at this point.
Those not yours?
Aren't mine.
Oh, they're really-
Oh,
hey, these are mine.
oh. But you just have a light pink one here somewhere that we don't know.
Well, she just handed me the light pink one.
Oh,
I saw you pick up the one you dropped, and I saw two more. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, interesting. He, as the mirror is essentially a cursed item at this point, it is acting as a pact item in the sense that it cannot leave her right now. But due to that, the faceless can, in a sense, use it kind of to scry on you. He can kind of find you. So you guys have to make it. You guys agreed, except for two of you who were not part of the conversation, had agreed to go to the Fey Realm and assist Faramel in sealing this mirror to prevent the faceless from getting additional power.
This one didn't.
In a oversight on the DM's part for Faramel, he basically flash transported Ook and Spinesplitter in basically a wooden cocoon to where they were standing. And Ook came out swinging as he was still paranoid on the ship. There was no explanation, just, hey, I need your help. We're going to the Fey Realm. Just boom. And he came out swinging. Who did you hit? Oh, yeah, you hit Recdeck.
Because you teleported me right when I got on the ship.
We're all wreck deck.
Oh, Recdeck.
He got me.
Should have aimed for the ankles.
You should not on the ankles.
One of them.
You guys have officially teleported to the Fey Realm. Now, obviously, on the map, I'm going to change this here. You guys have officially teleported to the Fey Realm with Farum. And you guys appear. Should
That is a
bring
good
you
question.
guys.
We get a short rest or a long rest?
We hadn't rested.
You guys did get specifically for Rectank. You did get healed. Faramel basically cast a healing spell for anybody who had taken damage. It was like 39 hit points back that you could get because it was like a mass heal spell. You guys end up in this large grotto of plants and flora. A lot of, as I had mentioned last session, worn. A lot of the flora that you're seeing now is stuff that you had not seen before, like in your travels before you met up with the group, and just in the world around you. A lot of larger plants, as you can see, a lot of trees with very very large leaves, some ferns that some ferns and palm trees that are just massive in size compared to you guys, um, and just this little grotto that you guys appear. There's really one that with what you guys see, there's really only one exit out of here. It's almost like this place is enclosed, um, kind of like a cave. Um, but at the very top of this cavern, it's almost like a skylight. Um, but instead of the sun, it's magical radiant light that is pouring into this grotto. What are you guys gonna do?
I do have a question before we get started.
Okay.
I apologize. Sorry. Does that mean
Yes,
I can
please ask this
use
before.
the mirror as like you said it's a packed weapon? Does that mean I can like whack people over the head with it?
You can take it. I mean, if you hit people
Said it
with
was
it,
a back
it it's a packed item. I'm saying it's acting in the sense of like how a packed weapon is. It can't leave you because this is more of a cursed item. Now you can definitely try and attack somebody with it, but it'll be an improvised weapon attack.
Just take Tavern Brawler.
But
Okay.
you can certainly try.
All right. Cool. You answered my question. I'm done.
Um,
That's fair.
So I look up at the beautiful light and begin to dance around. Can you feel it, everyone? She's near us.
Oh my God.
Oh, the wetness. How I miss it. And then I jump into the water, and because of my pact of the fathomless, I begin looking for the way to get the hell out of here under the water.
out of here.
Yeah, out of the grotto.
Okay.
And because I don't have to breathe.
I forgot that you don't have to breathe
No,
underwater.
you know.
It's just a very, very like little.
I mean, for
it's a
as much
little
time as he spent in the
small
water, it makes
detail of
sense.
of that.
You tried to get me so many times.
I know. Well, yeah, especially the one with the sea dragon, and it's just like, yeah, good luck. And it's just like I don't have to worry about breathing. It's just like what? So I basically used its tail to beat you back onto the ship. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and dive into the water, you're more than welcome to. And let me see. Give
He's
me
here a little 1'7".
give me an investigation check.
All right, let's see. That's a good one. That's gonna be 7.
Um,
I begin to investigate.
so
I
you
can't find
can
anything.
you can breathe underwater, but when you dove into the water, it wasn't graceful. So it kind of muddied the water where you're at. So you're basically looking in kind of just muddy water,
Lake water.
Yeah, it was a clean grotto. Now it's just like mucky, muddy.
As the bubbles come up cartoon style, everyone can hear, "My brother has been here."
Kieran, I resent that. With his +2 more intelligence, I resent that. It's not wrong, but I resent that.
Chris informed me because somehow he's watching. He follows me, so he followed me into the water.
He's the reason why the water.
He's the reason why the water is the way that it is.
Yeah, he jumped in, or he somehow managed to jump in before you. And you'll realize. So for you, how tall are you again?
1'7".
1'7". So obviously the water is obviously above your head. For Kieran, it's about chest high.
Hell yeah.
So he is able to stand in this little pool. But like I said, he's chest high because he's what, like 5 foot something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a full dragonborn now.
Yeah, he's a full dragonborn now.
380 pounds.
Yeah,
No,
beefy. That's the reason why it's mucky. It's mucky in here.
It's like up to his ankle.
I'm 4. My brother is 4'1". 375.
375
Not
pounds.
built.
6 foot, 375 pounds, blue dragon
God.
named Kieran. Yeah, Messiah. He is the Messiah of the
He
village.
is the chosen.
He is the chosen one. Going back to the recap real quick. Very like side note. Nobody knows if you guys got dire weasels yet. You'll find out when you get back to the normal realm. I knew that was coming, but I figured I should.
The one,
I
the
did
one
say-
session I'm not there, really not there for. We just leave.
I did
No word on the
say.
dial.
I did say last session because I think one of you two asked, technically for you. There is the potential that you could have a temporary mount here. Just depends on what animals there are that you can.
Porter.
A dire weasel.
Yeah, all tiny porms, flying porms.
For me, even a small porter, it's a worm I could ride.
I'll give you a baby porm and you can just attach
I'm a
it.
giant papa.
We're over 2 minutes.
I know what my new mount is.
You know what your new mount is? Okay.
A dire Komodo dragon.
Ooh.
Okay, and I want a giant frog.
Is that reptile on reptile violence?
No.
No.
Not the whole.
Or is that more like Goofy and Pluto?
That's exactly what it is.
Listen, we colonized them. It's okay.
That's Goofy and Pluto.
Let's just be yes and that, man.
Yeah. As the water begins to clear, getting back to what you guys are seeing, water begins to kind of clear. It begins to settle. There is underneath the water that you can see a very large root system that is entangling a very large metal object down here. And to you, it almost looks like a helmet.
So it's shiny.
Shiny in a sense, but it is slightly corroded and rusty. Interesting.
These bubbles come up. Not shiny enough. Looks rusted. Don't want to fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm in a library. Hold on.
Ook
In a
looks up.
minute.
Ook kind of looks up.
This
Oh,
one
wait.
has, look, the
Finally
blue
not
glue sticks and
traumatized for once.
everything.
My voice does not do anything to help.
And I jump in the water.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds. You're still drunk from your whiskey.
Yeah, it goes for
He
4
has,
hours.
yeah, one of the alcohols that he drank in that room gives you magical drunkenness, and it technically it's anywhere between 2 and 12 hours. And I think what had been 4 or 5, so you're only like an hour in.
Then I've still got both bottles.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Someone took a third.
She took the
What's
whiskey.
I poured it all over you. I took
That's
the,
right. She did pour it all over you.
No, it was the
brandy.
amber wine.
It was the brandy.
Or brandy. Which, no.
I wrote it down because I remembered to write it. I know.
Yeah, brandy. It was brandy, but I don't remember which one. What that did, because I know it was the red wine that was the drunkenness.
It says he is no longer seeing ghosts because he's not drunk. That's all I remember in my notes.
That's what it was. It was you were seeing ghosts. Ah. And because she poured it on you to basically cancel the effect.
I cast at will silent image and looked over at Luke and go, "Are you okay?" When he looks over, he sees an image of me next to me.
Like a spectral form.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ah. All right, hold on. Just do an empty 20.
It's just comments.
Odds or evens.
Odds.
Okay, good. You don't see it, but that was a waste of the nat 20.
If it's right beside him, I'm looking right at the water. I'm about to jump in.
Oh yeah, yeah. You heard the words rusty.
I'm still jumping in.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can jump in. So compared to you, now are you jumping basically where Fearin is? Or are you like where in here are you jumping in the water? I'm gonna say that what he's looking at is obviously right here.
Probably right there to right there.
Okay. Okay. So where are you? You're right there. I am noticing that no one is dead today.
Hey.
No one is dead, but Warren and Oak, you're still unconscious.
No one in here.
This is perfect.
Where am
Yeah, no, this what looks like helmet that you're seeing is bigger in size than your current giant size that you can get up to. You could probably wear it, but it would be it definitely would be loose. It definitely would be like one of those like 10-gallon hats that look like they fit, but then just slides down. Like that explorer's hat that Milo put on from Atlantis. Just sits it on, looks like it fits, and then but that would be if you went into your giant's might form. Yes, I know how this works.
Stupid question.
Yes.
If I go under it through one of the like where the eye holes would be, and put my head on the bottom of it, would that count as wearing it?
If you touch your head to the top, if you can touch your head to the top of this helmet, yes. But like I said, it's still going to be that this helmet is going to be loose on you. But looking at it closely, below at water level and below, it is very rusty. Top of it is like almost, it's got like a couple splotches. Obviously, it fell in the water at some point, but it is very, very shiny metal.
If something grows with you, and you shrink when you shrink back down, does it shrink with you or shrink to
Not
its
to give him
original
a
size?
rusty helmet.
I would say back to normal size.
So what you're doing right now is being crunchy rules responsible. And because written as such, that would be true. But there's a caveat, much like every insurance clause that are written, may be changed, in this case, at DM's discretion. Or we can go to Gygaxian, 3 rules.
No.
Why don't you try it and find out?
Theory roll.
So how high up is the water on Nuke?
For Ook, how tall are you?
210.
You're 210. You're under the water. Because the Dragonborn, Kieran, is 5 foot or 6 foot. This is gonna be canon.
Well, he's 4'1". We're gonna go with 5 foot.
Okay.
He's
It's at
4'1".
chest level for him. So it's about a 3 foot deep. So you're just right under the water. I thought you were taller than that, to be honest.
And I'm gonna assume with
That's
147 carrying capacity, I'm not gonna be able to jump up high enough to get air if I don't walk out.
If Hook's underneath there, I'm gonna go ahead and swim over. Have you ever seen Splash?
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't think Jake actually has seen Splat.
I am going
You
to.
haven't seen
So what I'm
Splat?
going to allow
How about we
is that
do-
instead of
Cool.
your top of your head touching the top of the helmet, as long as you place your head on the interior of the helmet,
You just
it's
don't
how
want
it's
me-
going to count.
You don't want me to use my mouth.
We've seen how you used your pelvis and how that worked.
My new pact weapon is just a snorkel. Ah. Let's put her off on the other side. No, hold on.
All right, so Oog's gonna kind
Got
of,
a pretty mouth.
because of my weight, I kind of walk on the bottom of the water.
Yeah.
Can't really float, and I'm gonna kind of walk over to the helmet, duck under the eye hole, and then go large.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go large. The helmet, like I'm having a stroke. Effectively, effectively, like I said, form fits in a sense to your head. It is still a little bit loose, but yeah, this helmet is now on your head, and for you. You can feel the rust on the inside, like it's like scratching an itch that it's like it's like your great sword that your three companions have, but it's touching your skin.
Ook, in a feast of joy, takes it and spins it on his head as he slowly walks out. I think something.
Shiny?
You can hear it scraping against your scales.
Oh.
All the better. Nails on a chalkboard.
I cast power word tetanus shot.
Keep spinning it.
Oh no, Jordan, no, no. He is now the rusty vehicle of change.
Oh no.
Um,
Well, it's nice
Mayor?
it was nice
Mayor,
playing
is that you?
my words. This
Not all-
Sorry, guys, still rusty.
the man, I haven't played D&D forever. I'm a little rusty. So this helmet, though it's not a magical item, it is going to act the same way as your armor because you have that -1 magic armor.
So do I just take one off my AC?
No, it's gonna stay the same. But I'm saying like instead of it
become a
being
set.
like
They've become
yeah,
a set.
it's a set now.
It becomes-
Yeah, it's a set now.
You're styling and profile.
Yeah, you're styling. You're
All right. After I kind of get back out, I sit down with it still on and go out a giant's might. Does it shrink with me or
Yeah.
does
it shrinks with you, but it's still loose. It's literally like it was when it was when you were in Giant's Might, but now you just have a helmet.
If only you had your giant rusty sword with you,
I know.
which is in a completely different material.
Yeah, it's in a different plane of existence.
Yeah. There's poor Kobolds.
I
They're
look
just
over
stuck
and
on the
look.
ship like.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
looked over and looked with your rusty helmet that's vacant. I'm sorry, brother. You look like you need my help. I fill 1 cubic foot. I soil 1 cubic foot of the inside of the helmet with prestidigitation so that it sticks and doesn't move around as much.
What did you fill it with?
It says soil.
Are we gonna be gross or is it actual dirt soil?
I want it to be dirt soil,
Dirt soil. Dirt soil. It's like no, it's a helmet full.
not like the soil that I had to play in earlier today. Regular dirt soil.
as it tries to spin it again, it just doesn't move.
Your
And you
neck
just
goes.
watch
Sorry.
Just takes it off and kicks it.
It's like my neck just cracked.
he sets it down and begins to just walk away.
Just a week.
Just watching dirt fall
Completely
off of it.
upset.
Aw. It's still rusty on the outside.
Can't fucking.
Dirty on the inside.
For an hour.
Baramel standing and watching all you guys. You guys have all kind of just done your own thing now. Welcome to the Fey Realm. this is the most magical point in the Fey Realm that allows us to teleport to different locations here. Well, I understand.
DEI bullshit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
We're in the Fey Realm. Who says?
Well, no. Well, it is for right now.
Is it very obvious
What? What?
that you're Fey?
That I'm Fey? No. Him being Fey? Oh yeah, he looks like a walking tree man.
Fucking things.
Are you asking this out loud?
Just
or-
Oh,
elvish.
that's fair. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stand up for what's right.
Warren's looking at Fear and he
Damn
goes,
fairies.
well, he just showed up out of nowhere, so.
He literally popped out of a tree for her.
I'm still unconscious. When you beat the shit out of me.
Before I walk away, I take the helmet and kick it at Rec Deck and walk. And that's when I start walking.
You wake up. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh no, I'm very magical. I'm definitely from the Fey Realm. Let me clarify. It's the most magical point now. It might not be that way in about 5 minutes. The Fey Realm is very weird.
I run over to Sir Thomas and tug on him like a little kid to a parent.
Wow, Renee.
Yes.
Just continue to gesture.
Where are you trying
Something
to
wrong with your mouth?
Oh no. That's a bad question to ask him.
Sir
You
Thomas.
think I didn't know that?
I wake up at this like, oh shit.
Oh no.
I see the test you've placed before me.
Oh no.
And while temptation is great, I do not trust this Fey man. Pleasure can wait. I can masturbate. We must stop him. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the last time Jordan was in this room, he said that you got a pretty mouth as a little 3-year-old girl.
Yeah.
He was already reminded of that.
Mhm.
I was trying to
Only
be
when we're in
sure
this
for
one.
Sir Thomas.
Can we roll for
It's
the
only, when
Wow.
it's only when we're in this room. Is this
It's
done.
only, yeah.
Can we roll for the
Well, because we're not worried about it in the
Stop.
other room.
He's doing it on purpose now.
No, actually, no, that one.
I made the comment I made on purpose.
I
So
thought
you
I watched the
instigated
better
it.
side of that. I did.
So this is Sir Thomas's
Sorry,
fault.
Continue your conversation.
I forgot where I was at. I was trying to be sure.
You were
Yeah.
trying to get out of here because you didn't believe
I was-
Fair.
All right.
I was looking for insight from my master,
your patron, your oath giver.
oath giver. I've
Your-
dedicated myself to one
I
slimy
never
woman.
gave.
Yeah.
But my ideals are that of Sir Thomas.
That's right.
I began doing the splits and meditating in front of him, waiting for his response.
His response is, of course, just a shake of the head and a look of disgust.
I'll just continue waiting here. You can continue on.
I'm actually so I know what your character is based off of, especially with Master Uriah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask an above game question for you, character specific.
Yes.
With the show, I know obviously there's a way to kind of sense if something has gone wrong with somebody else based off of picking up energies and stuff. Do you have that with Master Jiraiya Sama now?
So it's become stronger with the way that I've learned is through my dedication to both my patron and Sir Thomas. The ability to both become an edgelord and chase
Oh boy.
had brought me into the ability to tap into the natural energy around me. So I'm in a state of constant blue balls and awareness.
So you're a Discord kitten.
He's got the ending perfect.
You guys have been waiting for me to come back. I know.
You're a level 3 tier sub.
I'm gonna need three. I'm gonna need three different
Didn't
nitros.
you miss Mondays?
I do.
Trying to think of what I want to
Uh,
make you roll with this.
I could have gone Hunter x Hunter and put Ned, but no. I'm gonna go with Japanese.
Give
You're in Dungeons,
me.
When you're this tall, it's a height requirement, not an age requirement.
And you fit the role perfectly.
You have to be this tall, right?
It's a tyranny of a day.
Sorry.
I'm gonna make this a.
This is on the
different-
internet.
Yes, it is.
Different heights for different
What's that on the
intensities.
internet? Give me a
Friends
wisdom
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or give me a perception check with advantage. You
Only your family. knew.
Oh,
fearing. Give me a perception check with advantage.
We'll put everything on a USB drive and just mail it to your mom. Just a
17.
letter.
You know Ruby isn't
All
hearing this.
right.
You know my daughter isn't hearing all this.
You get the
20 years.
faintest
listening.
sense that Master Jiraiya has been here in this particular area. Like he's meditated in this area. He's almost like he did the same thing that you were doing, where you just kind of meditate. I
Your
sense something.
camera's just your sensor.
Oh, thank God.
You're standing up so too high.
I was like, something else.
So we got that you were acting in character, but all they saw was your sweatshirt.
Hold on, let my genitals go
Oh,
out.
yeah.
My bad.
His camera right now makes him look like he's the type. Come on. It's just his head.
He is the shortest.
He's struggling to be a part of this campaign.
90% head.
Hey.
Jesus.
Hey.
All right.
All right,
So
sorry.
you get the slightest sense that Master Jiraiya has been here.
Oh. I come over to Drake Thomas and gently graze his leg and ask him to hit me so that I may not need any more physical contact.
It's basically you're humping my leg. Like,
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I would like to look at it as I'm coming to you to be cleansed.
Go ahead. You have her blessing.
I'm gonna pat him on the head like
He's
a little dog. Yeah,
Which head?
He's growing on you.
the head.
It's
A head on top of his
The other one
shoulders.
is missing.
Yes. I'm
Technically, it's still
So
there,
it's
just
like
a little
dolphin.
delayed.
It's treating me like a certain
Laid
dolphin.
and toasted and grilled and
Feeling.
I'm gonna say-
the lady who used.
I'm gonna say,
Oh, there's a lady that jerked off dolphins to be able to do it. Oh my God, I forgot. It's rambling and a just hold on, let me look that up real fast. You know who I'm talking about.
Sorry, what do you say, Sir Thomas? After patting him on the head.
now you're making me think of something from the TV show Yellowstone about, jerking off a horse or something like
It
that.
happened.
Yeah, no, because it was part of the job.
Oh yeah, you gotta catch it in your mouth and you gotta be
No,
fast enough.
no.
Please stop the derail.
yeah.
As fun as this is, not the conversation.
Oh, there's no animal husbandry anymore.
Yeah, as of right now, the only thing that's happened is Fearon and Kieran have jumped, or Fearon, Kieran, and Ook have jumped in the water. Ook got a helmet.
I lost a helmet because of
You lost
that
a helmet.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna say,
Oh,
calm down.
My bad.
I don't know.
And then I slide down and begin meditating again, trying to focus center and not be myself.
Um. So, Ook, you're awake, or no, Ook, Rectech, you're awake. Sorry, the derailment has
Yes.
derailed my focus, which is the problem. You are now awake. The last thing you remember before him knocking you out, you were still in that layer of Durandal. But now you're surrounded by a bunch of large plants and just as you can see, kind of as I said earlier, you're looking at a large kind of just almost like a crater. What is that? A caldera in a sense, like a old volcano, is the opening of this, and you see a yellowish light kind of just like trickling down, like sparkles of yellow energy into this area. Um, but as you've woken up, some of the vines that are up at the top of this caldera, you swear you saw them move.
Saw the vines move.
Saw the vines move.
I'm gonna immediately try to reach out to Spine Splitter. Just
Okay.
their link. Like, are you here? Are we dead? What's going on?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm not happy to be here. I was talking with my mom.
And I'll just sit up, kind of look around, take stock of what's going on, mentally count off everybody. Like, all right, we're all here.
Just right behind him is a rusty helmet.
Yeah, a rusty helmet and a lantern person that you saw before he knocked you out.
I'm gonna talk to the Fey guy
Okay.
and say, because I can't remember what his name was, because he was originally gonna be Faramir.
Yeah.
Faramir.
Faramir.
Yeah. Instead of ear, it's L.
I think we could maybe take a rest for a while. I think we could all benefit from a rest.
Oh, that's no fair. He already got a rest.
Throw the helmet at you.
Sure. How long are we thinking?
Long.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
15 minutes.
Sure. I mean, what's 8 hours in the what's 8 hours in the life of a Fae? I guess I'll do some meditation.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys
I must
8
continue to
hours.
meditate on how I'm not
Have I
gonna
asked
snap at everyone in the
Faramel how old he
group here.
is?
Yes.
Not specifically, but I remember last session he said that he's been alive for a while.
Oh, that's right. You said that was a lot of zeros.
Yeah, too many to count on your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, because remember you have only 4 fingers per hand because you're a kobold.
So when he says that, I'm just gonna say, so you're like really old.
I mean, yeah.
Stop being ageist there.
Yeah. I mean,
What are you talking about?
Next thing we know, he's got caned.
I mean, in your sense of the word, I guess yes, I'm old, but I mean, if I was to compare myself to you, I'm like in my mid-20s. If I was going to use your guys' numbers, I don't know how old do kobolds typically live for?
2-3 years. Natural selection.
Darwinism.
You're just gonna start seeing
Oh,
Lauren doing
so-
that thing where she just starts going.
You guys live, breathe, and die in the time it takes for me to blink. Okay.
Tales I've
Say it
heard
like
of
that.
some of my paladin ancestors. If kobolds were introduced to them, they would not be living for very long.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We taste good.
So you guys are more than welcome to take your rest. As I said, I'll kind of keep watch. So yeah, you guys can take your rest. Yeah, and I will be tending to the plants.
So Thomas, I do not trust. I'm just going to call him Rondo, and it's not that. Faramir. Pick a mirror.
Pick a
Pheromone.
pick a mouth.
Pick a mouth. Pheromones.
He's giving off some
Yes,
real
you
weird
I don't
pheromones.
trust
I
pheromones.
definitely don't trust Pharaoh. I definitely don't trust Pharaoh.
My name is Pheromel.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Okay. That's
We gotta
fair.
go test and see if we can. So I'm gonna sneak off, and while everyone else is going on while we're resting, I'm gonna go and do what everybody does in Baldur's Gate, and I'm gonna try to seduce him.
No. Same person. Okay.
Oh, I don't have my zip-up jacket. I'm upset. Guess I just have to take the shirt off.
Geez, you're gonna be the face master?
Chris Farley, sorry,
Well,
Chip and Dale's.
so I've got
No
my,
shoes. Sure.
my glowing jock strap as I come sauntering across the field.
Wreck immediately passes back out.
It's so beautiful here. One can forget who the enemy truly is. God damn, I was gonna do this for real. That was gonna be really nasty.
It's told. Not here.
Not here.
I'm gonna paraphrase because the bridge is better. Poor place for losers.
Just get right into it.
I aggressively come up and try to push you over, but seeing you are way bigger than I am, all I am is in your face now. Breathing heavy as my dragon-like breath. Can we trust you?
Taking chills to a different level.
I mean,
Yeah, you're blowing cold air onto him.
Breath test. He heals for 2 points of damage.
yeah. It's like electricity with a blight. I mean, you can trust me currently. If I was to touch the mirror, obviously no. I know I've already explained it to the little green one over there. That's who's the holder of the mirror. Should I physically come into contact with that mirror, I will become a thrall of the faceless, and I will do my power, or I will do everything within my power to take her and the mirror to the faceless. And he gains more power the more faces that have been stolen in this mirror.
As you gesture towards the mirror, do not take the mirror. My hand grabs yours. Just hold me and I pull your hand to my chest.
It's like an entire body.
Wait, what is happening? You're pulling
You said
pulling
you're not-
his face.
I'm
Into
in
your
your
chest.
face.
He
You're
intercepted his
gesturing around about you can't touch the mirror. And I'm like grabbing your hand. Don't worry about touching the mirror. And I pull your hand as closely against my chest, basically just holding onto your arm. Touch me instead. Come on, you played.
I know. I know, but in my brain, I'm just thinking this guy's like 6 foot and you're
Oh,
1
it's
foot
really
10.
weird.
So
I have
you
a
grab
bracelet.
his hand. It's very much like a parent holding a toddler.
There for you.
I'm
You
very
even
much
wearing
trying
while I
to get
dare
past
you.
this to role play with you. Brain's just like, come on, little one.
Just think, it's been a week since I broke in a DM because I haven't been.
I know, right? It's great.
Is that one going on the camera?
I don't know. I've heard it three
I mean-
times today. It's a little upsetting.
I mean,
Like, wow,
It's probably been a while since he's got some.
I mean, if you've got the time.
Oh God.
However, I'm not much of a flirt. I'm more of a dancer. And he is going to, on the both of you, cast Otto's Irresistible Dance
On who?
on both him and,
Oh,
him and you.
he's gonna self-cast it on.
Yeah.
Willingly
Unresistible
fail.
dance.
Yeah, Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Yes.
Are you making your saving throw or are you?
I'm not. It's unresistible. Why resist? I
more
give
fun to
myself to the
resist.
magic.
You guys immediately, just because I don't know the Fey version of this, you guys immediately both break into the flamenco. The most passionate dance in the Fey Realm.
All right, so let me get this straight. You got a 6 foot some odd down, 1'7".
Yeah. he's gonna hold on tightly to your hand.
He's just spinning
Please
him
tell me
around.
that the 6'7" is doing the female part. Now you have to jump
Yes,
up,
you have to make.
hold him up
Yeah,
like the hippos.
yeah, you have to do that, but you also got to remember at the very end of the dance, there's a bow,
I'm
or
gonna-
you got to hold him.
When he goes to go down, I let him fall down and I enter him from behind.
That was unexpected for an ending of this dance.
I pull out, I kiss you on the cheek, I wipe off my finger across the front of your face, and I go over to friend Sir Thomas.
Where are they doing this, by the way?
Yeah,
You
I am
remind-
nowhere near this.
Huh?
Where are
No,
they
you
doing
weren't
this,
there. I
by
was
the
there to
way?
try.
So
Thomas, you don't understand.
Okay, thank God.
I
Very
went
bad
through
poultry.
hell, high water, and shit to make sure that we were safe.
Oh my God.
I'm in the library.
Yes,
I,
you are.
Look over how.
That one nonsense. We'll be taking a 3-month break. We're gonna try to find another location.
Unfortunately,
You remind
someone
me-
with a child just went by. We're gonna have to cut it early.
All our future reservations have been canceled.
He
All because
He looks-
this man back in the building.
he looks to you real quick, slightly out of breath, obviously, from doing a dance with you, and obviously you did something else. You remind me of an individual we had here about 5 years ago. Called himself Jiraiya. He did the same thing to me. You just did, but he was much taller.
I jumped back into his. I looked for clues inside of him. Master Gerard has been leading me clues throughout his journey. I will find. As I'm in there, you hear muffled. I guess I should roll a history check. Hold on.
Okay. When you
All I see are polyps.
oh, oh.
I need to make a personal con save.
Yeah.
Is this wisdom or charisma?
So he
It's an
is
intelligence saving throw.
he is an electron. So
And
the
mine's a negative
favorite.
three.
So it's the favorite of polyps.
Why are you entertaining this?
Look, I gotta have fun too.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I gotta have fun too.
Listen, if you want to walk, there's always a paladin.
So
That
once
you
you
can
get
take the
look at the
place
screen
off.
and go, and we are in a pool.
And break,
of
and you guys are done with your 8 hour.
Oh, that's
Break.
right. You were taking a long rest.
Yeah, you're
It's sort of
taking
a
a long
short
rest.
rest.
Spent the whole hour, 8 hours
Yeah.
just dancing.
Yeah, just dancing.
Reknek wakes up and the Fae's drowning Kieran.
Wishing you could
No,
drown.
I'm
me.
sorry, Sir
Yeah,
Thomas is.
yeah.
Sir
Why
Thomas
don't you
is
try?
There's just bubbles coming up, and I keep coming up, smiling and dancing.
Sir Thomas is trying to drown him.
Oh fuck!
So you guys were resting. We had a little bit of fun, but obviously we need to get moving. This area has been protected from the faceless oversight.
All right,
as
that's
it is
why
in
we're here.
our area, but we do need to be leaving. The sooner we get this mirror sealed, the sooner the faceless will remain permanently sealed forever.
You've had a rough 8 hours. You might want to wash up first.
Yeah, he's got some like ferns and stuff in his hair that are like all out of the area, all out of place. Oh, let me freshen up. Goes over to the grotto and just magically like prestidigitates himself clean.
I just keep digitating back the dirty Sanchez over, over, and
Lord.
Oh my god.
Thomas.
You look like you were going to say something more.
No, I was.
Oh, it's just like no.
Why is his mustache so square?
I was gonna do the thing where I was gonna be like, "Oh, you've missed something," and it's like a piece of wood in between his butt crack.
Um,
And then I didn't want to feed it.
The minute you pull it away, I go, "That's mine."
I shouldn't have said it.
So are we leaving the cave?
Please, for the love of God.
Please, for the love of God.
I had a hard enough time leaving it last night.
Oh, Lord.
Ook sits Misery in the helmet and just starts walking. I'm leaving.
It's like your own potted plant with
For some
misery
reason,
and a
Fear is
helmet.
walking
There's some
bow-legged.
dirt, yeah, dirt and a helmet and misery sticking out. You hear misery. I am not a plant.
You will shut up. I've had a rough day. Night. I don't know what it is anymore.
Again, thank you for this is only in your head again. Thank you for the Dragon Soul Seed. I really appreciate this additional boost to my power.
I don't know what that is.
Never gonna let you live it.
Yeah.
My butthole hurts. My chill touch.
Like an ice pack. It's an icy hot.
It's
Depends on how it's used.
So you guys leave the cave.
yes.
When they get overheated.
Because this is one of the few maps that I found on here.
Mhm.
This is more for a preface for you. When I bring you to this next map, this is not Chisai. But you will see in a moment why I had to preface this.
It will be when Jordan steals this for his next campaign.
Yeah.
This is the next one shot.
The term one shot's very loose with me.
This massive
Just group in general.
pink tree.
That's just I.
That's just I.
Yeah. 100% cheese.
Yeah.
How dare you steal my ideas?
I know.
And so
Um,
Trademark.
Said I do need to.
little Flava Flavs begin sprouting all over the place and trying to attack us.
No.
Little root creatures just start popping up.
I can murder just I.
I
I will do
grab
everything
the
in my
cross
power
with
to
the
murder him.
Susie Goshen on a
If Flavor
bicycle
Flav
to
shows
begin.
up.
For some reason, they're all claiming to be the vessel of change.
Oh, dude, that's what the faceless is. We just start seeing everybody from the vessel coming through.
Changing it again.
No. I had to update something because it made you guys look much bigger.
Thanks for noticing.
Okay. So this is a very, very large tree. As I said, it looked like from the interior, it looked like a caldera. It almost looked like a cavern. Wreck. The reason why it looked like some of the vines were moving at the top of it is because technically they were. This tree is very, very magical. It's like obviously the picture shows a Japanese cherry blossom. Parts of these leaves are almost like a weeping willow in the sense that they're just very, very droopy branches with leaves on them. But they move in the sense that they're following living beings. Not like attacking, but it's like it senses living beings. It kind of like
Would this
gravitates
be
to
similar to how the ship mimic?
not as drastic like the pseudopods that it had, but it's very flowy. It very slowly like begin gravitating to you guys. And there's a couple vines that
I summon
reach
my
down.
psychic daggers and I'm just holding them up like, and I just whisper, mimic. or what was the name of our ship?
Oh,
Well, I wouldn't know the name. I'm gonna whisper. Our ship is alive.
the ship is alive. The tree is alive. Um,
It's the Vietnamese. Beatrice.
Dancing with them.
do you have so this is asking me about a character choice in your backstory, or not your backstory, but a feat. Do you have the surprise feat?
No, I don't have alert.
Or alert? Okay. The only reason why I was asking this is not for like an attack, but you have both daggers in your hands, and one of the branches comes up and like caresses your face. with both daggers in hand, it just kind of goes.
Just kind of like side eye it as it moves away or does whatever.
The way it just waves at you as it goes back.
I don't like it here.
I don't like it here. It's very freaky. But yeah, you guys
Grab mine.
you guys are appearing out of the base of this tree. It was the root system here is what formed that cave-like structure in a sense. And it wasn't rocks that you guys were seeing in here, more or less the entire root system that was just balled out. And the tree spirals up from there. As you guys step out of this cavern area, I'm going to move you guys over here, maybe. Move you. You guys make your way out to here. This and if you guys decide to look up, this tree is hundreds of feet tall, reaching into the clouds of this of the yellowish amber color sky with um, with pinkish clouds and stuff like that that look like you could potentially touch them if you reached out. There are out in the distance that you guys can see over just the landscape. It's almost like for lack of a better description, it is like a pastel painting that someone threw up of the landscape, of the colors that you guys are seeing. There are there are warm hues of color all over the landscape. There are mountains that are out in the distance that look, look very, very large in size for these mountains. But again, like the clouds look like you could pop the top off of this mountain. It's messing with your guys' sense of perception. How it's very, very um, hallucinatory in the sense that it's just messing with
Joke's
your
on
sense.
you. I got disadvantage on that anyway.
Intelligence. um,
Oh,
but yeah, you guys start following Faramel, and he begins speaking to you as you guys are heading towards this. Um, we need to make a little bit of a pit stop before we head to the temple where we need to seal this. We're going to stop by. We're going to stop by a small encampment of my fellow Aladrins. We might need a few potential bodyguards on top of you guys. Not to more to be if the ooze monsters come back. Um, I really don't want to face them all alone.
Nickname you gave me.
um, I just realized what you said. So I'm going to potentially grab a few of my brethren and sisters to see if any of them want to assist us on this journey.
Fun for the whole family.
So we are going to head to this little encampment, and then we are going to start making our way to the temple to seal this mirror permanently. Do you guys need anything? I know that I've not been a great host upon getting into the Fey Realm, except for your little white friend over here. He kind of showed me a good time last night. But I specifically have not been this is your guys' first time to the Fey Realm. I've not really been a great host to you all. Do you have any questions? Do you need anything from me specifically? You're giving me a side eye. Is this still from earlier, from when I just kind of magically made you appear?
Oh,
You and your other like darker friend talking about spine splitter. I feel this sense of bloodlust towards me, and I already apologized. Are you okay?
Spine Splitter don't like anybody. It okay.
His name is Spine Splitter.
Mm-hmm.
but he's otherwise known as Skull Splitter.
That's what he likes to do
Oh,
to people who hurt us.
oh.
And I'm just
Or
staring
anyone
directly at
he
you while I
comes
say
across.
that.
I technically have not hurt you.
Oh shit!
Okay, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I have a feeling that if I say anything towards this one, I might get my wooden tuchus handed to me.
Allow me to help you alleviate some stress. So how many men do I need to be inside with?
Oh Lord. We'll figure that out when we get to the encounter.
He's just stretching the whole way.
It's the whole time.
Splits down,
Gotta
puts
get
underwear
gotta
on.
get limber. Yeah, your full leg split between like two of your friends.
Just
Like I'm
almost
using
shoulders.
like Po from Kung Fu Panda, but you're using their shoulders. However, one of them is you're kind of tilted.
It's really horrible though. Is
Is
I'm
your-
on foot 7, so it's only 1'7".
You're no, you climbed up.
Show up.
I'll say you climbed up.
That's how close they have to. They
you
have to
Yeah, we
be
have to
like
walk shoulder to
right
shoulder.
next to each other.
Yeah.
I can be drunk and
Like
still
Van
walking
Damme,
side by
the
side.
two trucks driving. Like that's it. Don't go too fast, here, Thomas. I'll fall.
or you could do this on the back of his horse.
Just
He hasn't found Steve.
Huh?
He hasn't summoned his horse yet. Or did the horse
Did
get
you
killed?
did you ever did you ever
I did
dispel
not.
your horse?
Nope.
So
The
his horse got teleported to Fey Realm too.
I'm also laying across the back of it like I did earlier.
Oh, like a burlap sack.
like
Yeah,
jock
laying-
strap. But
Are you laying
the
this
stretch
way
will
or are
wrap
you
around
laying
it.
this way?
Do you look like a second
That was the
tail?
same way.
Do you look like a second tail?
Front
No,
up or
no,
front
across the side.
Okay,
And I somehow got longer. It appeared that I
I think I already used them.
got longer in size.
you're long.
And I
I think I used on my Twitter box.
Yeah, you used yours and mine.
Okay,
Oh damn.
you said you look longer.
This is a lot of concentration.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Anybody who is behind the horse,
That's me.
Rectech does actually look longer.
taller.
Physically looks longer. As he's draped over this, almost like silly putty.
I don't see. I'm just looking
Yes,
down,
that
just
was where
cursing
Val-
as we're
Warren's just
walking.
gonna go like this and like. And then I'm gonna poke him right in the middle of the jacket.
You're gonna poke him in the
In
jacket.
in the middle of the jacket specifically, right in the middle.
Feels fleshy. Not like fleshy.
I've got
It
leather
feels
armor-
like
I've got leather armor on.
yeah.
And a trench coat. Or a
It's
duster.
it's got it's got resistance. Like if you're pushing on skin.
Forward.
Hmm.
I just kind of side eye you. Because I didn't fall asleep. I'm just laying because I'm lazy.
What's the matches?
No, I don't want to.
I'm just gonna keep side eyeing him as we're walking and trying to see what I can.
Okay. By the way, is that your message?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys, continue to make your way to the encampment. You guys have any additional questions? Obviously, you can ask Fairmount. I'll do my best to answer.
Where are you right
in
now?
here?
On the back
The
of your
entire
horse.
time we're
Not
walking,
for long, you're not.
I'm just way in the back.
Are we there yet?
Are you
I'm
on
gonna
Are we there
put
yet?
my horse.
Behind.
Almost.
Are we there yet?
Almost.
So we're there.
My packed weapon. and
No,
the jock
but we're
strap
almost there.
construction is wrapped around the
Um,
horse.
almost.
I have him in by
Almost.
the sheath,
Oh my
so
god.
It's just
that I
that
will
whole
not
time
fall.
just
By
on
the
him.
sh-
This
my
map
God.
is going to look real familiar for you guys. And you guys eventually come to
I'm gonna have
this encampment.
my horse's hoof come up. No, it wouldn't bend that way. Never.
Horse does a barrel roll.
Directive just falls off.
Yeah. Just get.
I lost my concentration. No.
So you guys,
Four?
huh?
Nothing.
Well, now,
Yeah.
wait a minute. If
You guys-
unsummoned my horse, would you go with him?
Fall probably.
Oh, this
I
kid
know.
looks so familiar.
Yeah, I know. I said it was going to look familiar.
You should have still used the dwarf.
I thought about it.
I still have the characters. I can see.
Well, I've used this map. This will be the third time I've
Yeah,
used
I
this
used
map
them,
specifically. The
for the
first one,
goblins.
you guys were on the first time you guys were on the Witch Doctor
Yeah.
Island. The other time, which when I went back to it, there was a bunch of kobolds on your phone. You guys went to the Kobold Village. But yeah, no. You guys are on this path, and you see two guards effectively kind of just standing watch over this little tiny Eladrin camp. I use the term guard loosely because
It's been
Book and Fearin would recognize this from when you guys were in the red light district and you guys were in that alchemist shop.
Mhm.
They're eating a lot of the same mushrooms that you guys saw at this alchemist shop.
Yeah.
All right, pervert monk, get off my horse.
Perfect. Instead of pervy sage, you're pervy monk.
You let me stay playing.
Yeah,
some extra-
you're not annoying me. Yeah.
No, not yet. I just realized you're wearing a Naruto shirt. We're making all these references. But yeah, no, they're eating a lot of the mushrooms that you guys saw in this alchemist shop, as well as a few additional that do not look familiar to what you saw while you were sampling. But you do see the purple and blue one that I said looked like the wildberry Pop Tart. In just those colors.
I quickly run up to the front, right beside Faded, whatever his name is. I forgot already.
Caramel. The faded.
Faye.
The fade.
I look up to him. This is my place, right?
Yes, this
And that's food.
I mean, it's a snack for us.
Sounds good. And I'm gone. And I just go to the nearest place where there's mushrooms and just start taking them out of people's hands and eating them. I want my roasted
I run
meat
behind
back.
them. I'm sorry. We mean to barter. And I looked in my bag and surprised to find I had fish gina.
Okay. And I rolled a series of skill checks, first perception and investigation and insight to see if I'm noting what is going on here.
I guess I'll put on my vestments before I give them the fish gina.
I got 18s on the first two and 13 on the inside.
So just trying to figure out what.
Like if I'm picking up on this mushroom nonsense or
Oh,
religious.
I'll say that you see him going to get food. Yeah.
okay.
The people who I take the mushrooms from, I offer them a sip of the red wine.
The red wine.
Just
I gotta
remember-
figure out which one that one does.
remember-
The amber one is the one that heals.
I had tried to confiscate some mushrooms from him back on the ship a long time
Yes.
ago. So I'm already,
Good
I have
luck.
past knowledge. Oh, no, I didn't say I'm going to be trying to do that again. I
Pull
just
up
want to
the,
know what's
Did-
going on.
Did he
Right.
ever look? What was it? Yeah, you saw the
Judgmental
mushrooms.
ways.
Sir, I can tell what you're worried about. Here,
It's a red
smell
wine causes
this.
the drunkenness. Okay.
Never.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you're offering the
Why
red
don't you go
wine
wash your
for
hands?
some
In
mushrooms.
fact, no, but
Yeah, a
that
full
would be very
drink
fun for you.
of the red
Yeah.
wine.
So this one Eladrin gentleman looks at you and almost like in the sense his voice very much sounds like Lawrence. Ooh, we don't have much wine down here. I mean, we do, but we don't often get mortal realm wine. Sure.
As he's talking, I'm just walking to the next person and offering them a sip in exchange.
Ooh,
Just hearing his
I'll give
voice.
you- if you let me have a drink, I'll give you 3 of my mushrooms.
4. And I'll let you have a sip of this one too.
4.5. He does not get this he does not get the sense of bartering.
Double it, and I'll give you 2 drinks.
Double it.
For 2
So-
drinks.
So I'm gonna give you 7.
Yeah, good enough. That probably adds up.
Yeah.
How do you do, man? And I just yell back to the rest of the kobolds.
What's double of 4.5? Definitely 7. Okay, and he hands you 10 mushrooms.
It's just like Jenga, stack them all on top of misery.
Can we say that I'm observing all this and I'm saying to myself, boy, these guys don't know how to count. But
Yeah, they're not intelligent. They do drugs and are in magical
who's
Fey
more
land.
intelligent? Them or my kobold friends here? Yes.
Magical Fey land. Who needs
Other
to do
than
math
other
here?
than Skull Splitter, who actually is.
So yeah, you have a pile of purple and blue mushrooms with a few additional ones that you haven't seen before, so you have no idea what they do. So we'll go through them. Are you snacking on any of them now or waiting until later?
Seeing the new one, I will go ahead and do a taste test. Gotta know my selection.
Have the
early.
whole thing. Go ahead.
Always.
Okay.
That's what a taste
So
test
there
is.
are two new ones. There are two new ones. There
They're both of them.
there is a almost ruby red one in the sense, and I'm going to use the description of like Dorothy's slippers, like ruby red, like sparkly red. Very, very much red with glitter is how this one looks. And then the other one is just a like vibrant lime green.
These are probably safe.
Said-
Which one or both?
Both.
There's an
Oh,
old saying,
no.
famous last words.
Okay. Famous last word. These are probably okay. Okay.
Like I'm rechecking that I can still purify poison with lay on hands. Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay. If you'd rather use
So
poison.
the lime green one.
So be it.
Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me which ones have the effects. 'Cause they
Okay.
have both at the same time.
Okay, so you just want me to tell the effects, just not to what mushroom. Okay. I'm actually gonna say that they combine in a sense because you're eating them at the same time. So you get 10 temporary hit points.
Oh shit! It's useful.
It's useful. And the other one, though you've not used, I don't think you've used magic yet, ever, for you specifically. I know that you've had a breath weapon that you've used. I don't think you've cast magic before.
No.
You get one use of a third level fireball.
Oh, God.
One use of that and what else? What was it there for?
10 temporary hit points.
For how long? How long does this last for?
For, we'll say it lasts for, it's probably going to end up screwing me over, but for 24 hours.
Do I know I can do this?
You got a little burrito right here.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Do you know? Does he know?
Do I
you
know I can
cast
do
fireball?
this?
No, but this is for
Wild magic
your-
surge.
Yes.
Whenever you do an action roll. Or the DM picks random times to make your roll.
I'm going to ask an above game question
It is
because I
the
know
Fey
I've seen videos of this. Does the Witchlight Carnival have its own magic surge table? Because I know you've ran it before.
It doesn't have a wild magic surge. It has things that happen within the carnival randomly.
Okay.
But there are lots of fun ones out there to enjoy.
I believe he tried to run it
Just
one
you
time and
randomly
Austin
pick
and
after he
Joseph
does an
broke it in
action,
like
whether in
what,
combat
20
or
or
something,
30
just roll like a
Well,
percentile
they-
dice. And if it hits something,
Yeah.
he casts fireball.
Well, if he's in the Fey and he's never cast magic, he gets to do it's going to be a double wild magic surge.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
he tries to do
do
something.
one for the fireball and then one for the regular wild magic table. If he casts fireball, do a second wild
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I still have that 300
Yeah.
choice table, but I kind of want to see if there's ones that are more specific to like Fey Realm
I'm sure
stuff.
you can do both.
So there's one that I use that has got a lot of little payday in it because it goes helpful, annoying, detrimental, catastrophic. So there's 4 different wild
Oh
tables.
no!
So I would roll a d4 to let you know which table I was rolling off of before I roll off of it.
It's kind of like what that D300 table does, but it's kind of some of them are very kind of just neutral even across the board. Like it says good, neutral, bad, but it's like what the effect
Yeah.
like the effect it was like something for Constitution. Like the good is like you get like 15 or 20 permanent hit point addition. Neutral is just like you have resistance to some kind of thing that would be a Constitution, like poison or something. And the bad one is that you are just like constantly throwing up for like 24 hours.
I found
Like it's bad, but
So, while this is going on, Rakdak will jump off the horse and just kind of launch.
okay.
So if you want a fun one for
Perfect.
Fey based, go to Spelljammers, and when they use the hyperdrive, it has a wild magic table where shit that happens when they come out of hyperdrive.
Ooh. Okay. So Rektek has decided to get off the horse.
So I'm gonna slide off the feet.
Okay. Yeah. Fey Realm is doing some funky shit to you guys. You guys, if anybody is standing next to Rektek looks 2 feet taller. For Rektek, he is now 7 foot tall.
Okay. And I'm still on top of my horse and it's only
Yeah,
so-
and suddenly Rektek is very, very much taller than you.
have you grown recently?
It's kind of like it now.
I think you guys all shrunk.
Yeah, you got shorter.
Suddenly you're like almost, well, granted, I'm on my horse, but suddenly you're almost taller than me. What's going on here?
um. Okay. Okay.
Just to make it work.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
But I just want to kind of meander around. Like, are there shops? Like, are
Yeah,
there, like stalls?
there's a few stalls and everything like that. Most of what you're seeing, more like food stalls here. They're just kind of like gathering supplies and stuff. 'Cause-
Seeing that it's not like military, well, there's not like
Yeah.
armaments.
not a lot.
I
of them.
would, to save Spine Splitter from having to do anything himself, I would, because he's probably just circling all the
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
I would ask around or look to see if there's like poisons, like a alchemist.
Oh yeah. You would assume that they're alchemists. They're to the Fae, they're more like druggies.
I'm specifically asking where I can find poison. Like I'm looking for a shop.
Ooh, you're looking for some poison. You're
Get
gonna want to
any
go
other drugs
to,
here and they're all poison. So,
You're gonna want to go to, and he turns, and so on the map, you're gonna want to go to the tent at the very back of the cavern, the one that's in the shade.
That one.
Yes, you're gonna want to go there. You're gonna want to. You want to go see Big Oak.
Thank you. And I start walking over to Big Oak, kind of swaying back and forth.
Yeah, you're just. Yeah, like a metro.
Like I'm top heavy. Like I'm a baby. He can't hold his head up yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rektek begins very much metronome like walking towards the back of this this tent. Pheromone's like, oh, he's going to he's gonna go check out some things. Your little red friend ran off with some potent eladrin mushrooms. I thought you started walking. Or did you walk back to the group?
He walked back. He's just standing behind him looking up.
With a stack of mushrooms as well.
Right here. with a stealthiness that often eludes. Look.
War's on the other side now. Like, hey.
Hi.
What's drugs?
Just keep jump scaring him.
Want to see a cart truck?
We're doing that the rest of this mission. We're just gonna keep jump scaring him. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I need a, so you can do this with an advantage, Warren. Give me an intelligence save. DC 15. But you can do it with advantage.
Okay.
I hope you fail
Intelligence
this.
save with advantage.
Yes.
It's an 8.
Oof.
No, that's with advantage. Just like
That's with advantage? Oof.
with advantage.
Okay.
Kind of curious.
In your mind, you know that this is coming from the mirror.
Ooh.
But this is specifically in your mind. Did you think that if you came here with Pheramel, that you would be safe from my eyes?
I know where you are. Rest assured, you and my mirror will be returned to me. You have been warned.
And then the voice disappears.
I have a question real quick, just out of curiosity.
Yes.
Does misery resonate at all with another cursed object being so close?
Is there anyone on Twitch
Um,
to see
I'm just
actually
wondering.
watching?
I will say-
What user is watching, or is it just the count?
For flavor, as of right now, I will say that the voice that comes from Misery is like,
Has joined when they join.
that was weird.
Oh, I see.
Because
Okay.
Misery, I will say
Well,
with you,
It's curious.
you're not
Michael's probably
holding
sleeping,
Misery.
but
It's still in your
might
potted.
jump on
It's still in your potted helmet, unless you.
I'm still attuned.
Yeah, you're still attuned.
Thought we had a bond.
Almost like. So obviously there's a bond. I will say that, even though you're not holding Misery, you do get a lot of, because there's a telepathic connection to the voice that's in there. The weapon almost seems to because now I have Jordan here. I gotta choose my words very carefully, otherwise we're gonna get derailed very, very fast. The weapon feels like it trembles slightly, but it doesn't. It's not like a negative. It's not like it's scared. It's more just confusion because the voice within Misery is like, that was weird. It's almost like I felt another presence here.
Just start petting misery.
Just-
You're not drunk, are you? Did you eat my mushrooms?
I mean, I haven't eaten the mushrooms, but you do have several of the mushrooms here, so I'm kind of getting like a contact high from these mushrooms, which is weird because I'm in a weapon.
Do you like it?
I feel feisty.
Yeah, good enough. I just started
Why do-
surrounding it.
Why do I have a metallic penis?
The handle becomes metal.
It's like bronze.
Ooh.
Oh, it's all tarnished from playing with it so much.
It's wore out. My gosh, I'm a pervert. That one nonsense. We're all adults here. But yeah, that was the voice that you heard. Warren. The Faceless has reached out to you again. You get a sense that if you guys don't move quickly through here because of the warning you got from the Faceless, obviously you need to get some additional support. You also need to figure out where to go. Faramel really hasn't. He's told you that there is this temple that you guys are going to go to seal, but he hasn't really given instructions like, hey, we're actually going to start taking off in this direction. He just said we're going to this temple. But you need to get support. You need to, if there's some weapons here, but they're not great. There's a lot of drugs. But the Faceless, you got a sense that he knew where you were even when you appeared in the Fey. Got a Charlie Horton spit for a second. Because my legs were bent back behind the chair and tucked in. I was like, ah. I'm trying to have a serious moment, but my body's like, no.
Oh, that was real life. I thought you were role playing.
No, I legitimately had a Charlie horse right there.
We just watch the big guy. I can't fucking remember his name.
Faramel.
Faramel just keel
That's
over.
literally, I just thought that was really intense. I'm like, wow, this is going somewhere.
I've had a Charlie horse. I'm going down.
He's got a horse too.
He does have a horse. His name is Charlie.
So that's what that's called.
But yes,
Oh, Chad,
You get a sense that the faceless
Charlie.
has known that has known where you were since you appeared in the Fey. And you get kind of a sense of uneasiness, like something is almost like a danger sense. It's like something is going off in your mind that something is coming, and it's heading towards you fast.
Okay. Warren's gonna look around. She's not used to hearing this voice in her head at the moment. She's gonna look around. And how close am I currently to Fey Realm?
If you've not gone anywhere, you're probably within a few feet.
Yeah, so I kind of watched everybody else.
Yeah, you just watch.
So I'm not gonna be like super loud about it. I'm just gonna walk up and be like on his sleep.
Yes.
So,
Everything I've got your name. Little green one. What is going on? Actually, no. You said your name was Warren. Warning Label. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Label. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. What can I do for you?
you know that thing that happened earlier? I hear
There's a
that
lot
voice.
of things that happened since
I
I
hear
met
that.
you.
I hear that voice again. We need to get out of here.
You hear the faceless.
Sure, I hear a voice. I don't know. It's in my head. Get
Is
it out of my head.
Is it kind of a hissy voice, like a how can I I can't really do a hissy voice because I'm very proper. Is it, I'm coming to get you kind of voice.
Oh, allow me. And then I come up and I slowly squeak out a raspy fart.
Yeah, like that.
Warren's gonna look confused for a second between the two of them. And then she's gonna say, well, they did say you have been warned. They tried to use my name against me.
Dang it, I didn't think you were gonna get that.
I probably should
Let
have
me-
intelligence check for that, but
Let me clarify. Was it something you heard audibly, or was it something you heard in your mind?
I don't think anyone else heard it.
Oh dear. Yes, we're gonna have to move quickly if he knows you're here. I was hoping that we'd have the elements surprise, but it seems he's got more power than I initially thought.
Oh, I am holding
just
an
gotta-
action to cast protection from evil
Okay,
at any time I deem
okay.
appropriate.
I will say for flavor,
Yeah.
if you when you heard the voice, I will say, Warren, if you're okay with this, you kind of have a sense of like shock. So you saw her
Mhm.
with kind of just like, so you get a sense that something's not right.
No. Well, protection from evil works against Fey also, so.
Yeah. So
Stupid
that is
what
what happened
spells?
with you. We're gonna very quickly go back over to Rectangle.
All inclusive.
Um,
Protect you from everything.
so you're walking up to
Yeah.
the tent here in the back. Let's, move your character.
I'm gonna get musk on it and yes.
Is that familiar? Come, Musk. We're off.
So you
No, that's yours.
you open up, you go in the tent. I'm assuming, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
because it's an enclosed tent. The moment that you open up the flap to this tent, immediately smoke is like coming out of here, like freaking hookah smoke. It's coming out of here, and just like it smells like sage in here. And just it's very foggy, like you can kind of see shapes, but it's very misty and smoky in here.
I'm just gonna walk up to like, is there a counter? Is there like, is it just a person standing there? Like,
I will say that you saw like a very you saw a standard like 10 by 10 tent. The inside of this tent looks like it is the size of a small house.
I'm gonna walk in, immediately stop, look around, walk out. Kind of look at the tent again on the side. Walk in, look around, walk out, look around, and then step in. Proceed.
You're
You're letting the sage smoke out. Please close the tent flap.
I close the flap behind me.
I'm over here.
And with like a wisp, he like it's still smoky, but he pushes the smoke a little bit to the side, so you can see this very, very large, just like hunkered, like oak tree looking dude, like gosh, why am I forgetting his name? From Lord of the Rings, the big tree.
Oh, I don't. The ant. I don't know.
The ant, whatever his name is. Tree
Treebeard.
Tree beard.
very, very looks looks kind of like Treebeard, but kind of like a stumpy cousin.
They're not as sexy.
No, he's stumpy cousin's got a few like tree warts on his nose and stuff like that, and you could swear his eyes look like hazy red.
What are you looking for? My tall reptile friend?
So you sell poisons?
I mean, people call them poisons. What are you looking for specifically?
Spine splitter we've already found.
And I'm gonna start just. I'm gonna start emptying stuff from my backpack onto. Like, is there a counter or anything, or is it just like he's just sitting there?
Looks like a counter.
Okay, I'm assuming it's a counter.
It's his lap.
So I'm just gonna start dumping stuff from my backpack. I'm gonna dump my 3 gold bands,
Okay.
2 regular daggers, a piece of leather armor, and do I have anything else? And a short bow. I'm just gonna dump this all. Like, what can I get with this?
He just kind of like slowly leans forward to look at it. Jordan called it. He kind of bends over at like an angle, but what's in front of him doesn't move. His legs are crossed. It's like,
What is this crap?
Stuff to trade.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to be playing the slot from Zootopia, but okay. And he goes, he has massive fingers. He's super stumpy,
Yeah.
but everything is just broad on him. And with a finger the size of your head, goes to pick up the bands from the tiger tail.
This one's magical, so we'll put this to the side.
As he goes to grab the other thing, I just try to slide a hand that back.
The magic one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's golden.
Grabs the last one. And he bites through it.
This is junk.
Then he grabs the short bow, but when he grabs it, the string breaks.
It's like, oh. I mean, I guess I could use this as like a toothpick, but I mean, it's technically made of wood, so maybe I'm using like a little brother's finger or something. So it's kind of wrong, but we'll see.
And then what was the other thing? The 2 short swords?
Just daggers.
Or 2
And the
daggers?
leather armor.
What do you want me to use with the dagger? Am I going to whittle myself? I mean, I am fat. Maybe I could use the daggers to whittle myself into a thinner body. Maybe people would like old Okie then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I'll take the 2 tiger bands and the two, oh, I must have lost that magic band.
Yeah, you broke one.
That's
Me
right.
too.
As you look around for the broken one, I cast Distort Value.
You get a sense. Oh, yeah, my help is needed. um,
Yeah, I guess I could see what I got.
um, and very, very freakishly. So for him, this is going to be normal. For you, it is going to. You can take it however you want. If I saw this, it'd freak me the frick out. He opens up the bark of his chest like a trench coat, but it makes an audible crack. And you can see like moss on the inside that look like pockets.
Let me see what's in this one. That's a good one, but that's not poison.
And he's talking about these like drugs he's taken in the past, like very nostalgic.
Let's see. Poison. Let me go to the other chest.
We're gonna have a great time.
Nothing in here around his belly, cracks it again.
Fireball.
Oh, okay. Here's the liquid stuff.
And he pulls out a couple vials of like this like molasses tar looking crud.
Someone gave me these a while back. I've never found much of a use for them. But I hear it does kind of like a. Oh, give me a sec. My memory's a little hazy. What did he say? It's not paralysis. It's not damage. Uh,
Brain damage.
Brain rot.
Yeah, break rot.
Oh, that's funny. That's what I got. You know, the rot.
Skippity toilet.
But the rot.
Um,
Oh yeah. It
We've been to Ohio.
yeah, Ohio means bad apparently, and I live in Ohio. Dang it.
You can leave now. I'll take over your character sheet.
yeah. It acts like hex. But you know that spell? Like hex? But it's like I don't know. I heard about it a long time ago. I don't really know much about magic. I'm mostly plants and goodies and stuff.
and he continues to explain in a very slow, monotonous.
How many
hazy-
vials does he pull out?
Three. So three. It acts like hex in a sense that it will, for 2 turns. It's not a concentration. It's going to be for 2 turns. It will give disadvantage on whatever ability check you want it to be for, but it is only for 2 turns. They do not stack. I will make that clear.
While he's explaining, I'm gonna grab one of the vials and pop the top. And because I'm used to Spine Splitter, I'm gonna take a big old whiff of it to see if it smells like anything he's made or used in the past.
Um,
Stupid.
Pop the top.
so it's liquid. It is liquid, but it smells like straight up rotten eggs. Like sulfurish rotten eggs. Like someone farted in this vial.
I'll put the top back on.
Yeah.
So
That's
you would probably like it then?
that's the good stuff. But do you want anything? I don't have any other real like poisons, but I got some good sagebush that getting really kind of just it's a real kind of like dimmer.
Mechanically, are these gonna act as poisons
Which one?
if I take anything he's offering?
It won't act. No, it won't act as a
Okay,
poison.
fine.
It's like straight up drugs.
Then I'm not.
You know, I got a purple.
I was gonna do something for the laughs, but it doesn't work. They're not classified as poisons. So
Okay. What did you want to do?
I was gonna eat or drink a bunch of them because I have the parapet of poison. So I'm immune to poison.
Ow.
And just be like, this does nothing.
Whoa!
But no, that's fine.
Man, there's a legend.
If that's all he's got, I'm just gonna take those 3.
All right, well,
I'll
make
give
sure to close the tent flap when you.
I'm already out the door. Don't hear him. say
Oh, okay. You have any friends? Yeah, just.
Again, I look at the tent. Just walk back to the group.
I'm gonna say you have a slight contact tie from the sage that's in there. It wasn't straight up sage. It's not gonna do anything like
Yeah.
disadvantage or anything, but you're just gonna have like a slight like.
But-
Um.
And then I'll give those the spine splitter whenever the next chance I get.
Okay. So yeah, that's old Oakley. You get back, and so this is all happening. I'll say that when you were in there with old Okie, and you come back, you are getting back to when Warren heard the voice, and she had just let Fey Realm know that she heard the voice, and he's like, "Oh, we need to hurry up." You kind of sense that some stuff is wrong, but you don't quite know what.
He'll get over it. He's just high.
So, yeah,
I am
you're
going.
slightly paranoid.
So who's all? When I go back to the group with Warren, then who's all there? Is everybody there?
All of the kobolds are there. He also has a helmet full of mushrooms, dirt, and misery.
That's fine. I'm going to.
And misery.
I'm going to choose strictly just Warren, and I'm going to use psychic whispers for 1 hour. God, I can't even roll on good shit.
1 hour's good enough.
Yeah. So for 1 hour, we have a telepath. We established telepathic communication. I'm like, are you hearing voices again? What voices are you hearing? Tell me about the voices.
I need you.
But every time I speak, I'm changing my voice a little bit, or to what she would hear.
Beck and Deck are both taking turns.
I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh.
The one skill he's not good at.
11.
My first year in Black Mushroom, one of the ruby ones.
I need you to take 13 psychic damage. Now, if you have resistance to psychic, but take 13 psychic damage.
I immediately just. You see me bend at the waist like 90 degrees, and then the top half pulls the bottom half to the ground. I just.
It is the most skull splitting headache you've ever had. I will say that you still are able to make connection with Warren, and you're able to ask this question. But I'm not going to yell, obviously. You now hear the faceless, but he is angry. And he effectively erupts with his voice. Get out! Do not tread upon this mind space.
I immediately get up to all fours and like crawl away from Warren and go hide behind his horse. And I just stand up and I'm looking over the horse like at Warren, like scared.
Yeah.
Do I hear him do that?
You hear. So for you, it's kind of faint,
Your knees are all wobbly.
almost like when the faceless was talking to you, almost like he was talking directly to you. This, almost as if he turned to face rec deck, like if it's a conversation, if it was a three-way conversation, but he was kind of paint this picture. Faceless is looking at you, talking, and it's very kind of just letting you know stuff's about to happen. And then when he enters, it's almost like he is speaking over the Faceless so that you hear the conversation. It's slightly muffled, but you hear it. And then Faceless turns around and yells at him.
You're being possessed by an owl.
Oh God.
And Al just out in the distance. Whoop.
Okay, so what happened?
I came back and found out she was hearing voices, so I was trying to screw with her, and I did psychic whispers, and I started talking to her, and then the Faceless yelled at me. So now I'm scared of Warren.
Okay, so I would notice all this since I'm still standing by my horse or not.
Yeah,
You would just see me walk up, look at Warren, fall to the ground in pain, and then get up and scramble behind your horse.
Yeah, he's hiding behind your horse.
I don't think
I
we've
would
ever
say,
seen
what
you crawl.
madness did you just
It's really
involve
weird,
yourself in?
awkward and weird.
He's a centipede.
It's almost like a corgi where the middle hangs down.
The belly is touching
Okay,
the ground.
I'm gonna say to you and to
Just
Warren,
like
is
a
there
dog.
anything you feel you might want to tell me here?
I'm just gonna ask her because I
I
want to go
am.
near her.
When you look over, I'm just doing this. I'm covering my ears because I
I'm
well,
gonna mutter.
hold on, where are Kobold ears at?
No, I'm not gonna mutter. I'm gonna say
I feel like they're on the
With-
side.
Yeah. I'm doing that.
frustration, kobolds. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say get out of my head, like very loudly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
how.
say-
I give and I hand you the bottle of red wine. Take a drink. And got rid of my voices.
Would I be able to tell? Am I just assuming the voice is Warren yelling at me?
The voice.
The voice that yelled at me, would I?
No, it doesn't sound anything like Warren.
But would I guess I wouldn't
Like,
think it's anybody other than her because I know nothing about what's going on.
I mean,
I assume it's Warren yelling at me. That's how I'm gonna
Okay,
play it.
yeah, you can take it as that. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on Warren.
Can I
Okay.
add before he does that though? So when I said like
What did he say?
Jokingly said counterspell.
Oh.
so when I said get out of my head, I'm also gonna add to that. And who are you yelling at? In the same like to the same response.
And I'm just seeing you look like you're talking to yourself. So that is one among the reasons I am casting protection from evil and good
You're
on
talking
you.
out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Loudly, like
Who are you yelling at?
No. I didn't ask that. I'm
No,
just saying.
she asked, "Who are you yelling at?"
Oh, yeah.
get out of my head. Who are you yelling at like that?
Fair amount.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut the connection. I'm choosing to end the psychic.
Okay. Faramel is like, or
You
the
would have done that as soon
conversation.
as you fell
Faramel's
over.
like, are the conversations getting loud? What is going on? Because I saw him double back and did some weird creature crawly behind this man's horse. Looked in pain, and now you're just like, who are you yelling at? What is happening? And he's got a helmet full of mushrooms.
I would
Voices.
suspect this is just fairly
Is your mushroom like
routine
still
for
out
this
being
group.
offered to me?
This is
But,
routine Kobold shit.
I was giving
Yeah.
you a drink of the wine.
But I
Oh,
have
okay. So you
cast
still
a
have one, like, out.
just
Yeah.
precautionary protective spell
Drink.
on her.
I'm offering it to both of you right now.
I'm on the other side of this group.
I'm just kind of holding out. Drink.
Look,
If you're standing
somebody
next to
asked
her,
me if I was hearing voices, and then all of a sudden, the other voice I heard earlier started yelling at somebody else, and I don't know who the fuck they were yelling at, but they need to leave me alone.
It's a
Or I'm
little
gonna break
too-
this fucking
it's a
mirror.
little too
Faces
late.
can fight it.
It's a little too late for that.
Is your psychic connection still up with Spines?
I think we said it's kind of
Permanent.
up. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say Spine Splitter.
Falls
Kind
out
of-
of a tree.
He might have heard me like yelp or something when I fell.
I'm gonna say Spine Splitter is going to,
We just see a
because you said he's up in the air.
Falls
He's gonna act as like your eyes and ears for the area. Just kind of keep it as a scouting position. You hear him say to you, something is coming from the west. It is moving fast. I see trees being toppled over. I see, I don't know what it is, but trees are being toppled over. I don't. It's probably about a mile or so out, but it is moving fast.
I am going to kind of just snap around and then face a direction. And I rolled a 1 out of 8, so it's going to be north. I'm going to be facing north because
You're
I
gonna be
think that's
facing north?
because I don't know where.
Yeah, you
what
don't know where
direction.
north is. Yeah.
So I rolled an 8-way and it was 1. So I'm looking north, like, but I'm still
You're
freaked
gonna-
out. So I'm not
you're
really
gonna-
saying anything.
You're gonna it's Spine Splitter dipshit, turn to your left.
I'll
And I am
I'll do
gonna
a
see
90
him
degrees,
facing
just
the
be like-
direction, and I'm gonna turn in that
Yeah.
direction.
Um,
And the horse totally turns in that direction.
it is. It's like yeah, it's moving fast. It'll probably be here. Just because I'm not gonna start combat with it almost being 8:30.
When he tries to
Um,
run that way.
But
I'm in like both my daggers when he tells me turn left. Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, it's definitely out in the distance, but you can hear trees snapping.
I am gonna channel divinity divine sense.
How far out does
Granted, it might not work with Fey, but I don't know what this guy is, but
And he casts protection. right?
well let me know what the distance is for divine sense.
yeah.
Because I did say the thing that Spine Splitter was seeing was about a mile or so out.
Yeah, it's just 60 feet.
Yeah. So
But the way it works now is it works automatically for 10 minutes. So
Okay,
if the
so-
guy's moving fast.
yeah,
then-
I'll say once it gets within
But it's
60
just
feet.
celestials, fiends, or undead, so it doesn't
As soon as
detect
it gets to
Fey.
300 feet, I'm gonna be that.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, do you have Eldritch Sight or something? Damn.
Devil's like,
Damn. But yeah, no, you can hear trees snapping and it's like thunderous. Like multiple trees are being.
I love ASMR.
Yeah. Speaking.
Seeing him take his daggers out, you watch as the same thing that happened to when Durandal was there, just flash over Oop's eyes as he pulls Misery out and puts on the helmet, still with the mushrooms in it.
It fits
Crutches
better.
Yeah.
It fits better. It's almost like it's padded.
Does he get a contact high from it touching his head?
It just absorbs into its scalp.
I got hair.
Interesting. That was a really good idea. You should
People begin seeping.
Odds or evens.
He's basically juiced the mushrooms.
Odds or evens.
I just accept that that's gonna happen.
Okay. Um,
The Thomas, I made
when you put the helmet of mushrooms on,
My sports dream now.
no, not
Go ahead and change it
necessarily.
back to sports druid.
Yes, magic.
You,
Wait for the magic master.
Circle of spores druid.
it's kind of a weird sensation. It's almost like an octopus tentacle, the suction cup. The stalks of these mushrooms, you feel them like
Feels good,
For-
don't it?
for 10 mushrooms. If you've not eaten any of them,
I ate 2. It was 7. I ate 2, and I gave a red one to
but
him.
he gave you 10. So you guys,
Yeah,
like,
so he
these-
has 7 left. He gave 3 away, is what he's saying.
you gave 3
He
away.
ate 2 and then gave 1 away.
I give a
I've
red
been
one.
looking-
Okay,
a
so
ruby
yeah,
red
you do
one
have
to him.
7.
I'm licking on a red one. I like the way the gills feel on my tongue.
The gills.
The ruby red one.
The ruby red one.
Mhm.
Okay. Hmm.
He likes when it gets spicy,
He's
so I
He's
thought
about
it
to
would
go
help
into
him.
battle.
Yeah.
So
It's not our fault if a fire starts up. It'll clear out the
so
forest. It'll
obviously
make vision
this
better.
is going to be if you consume it, you get the so this is basically going to be like a downgrade. Since you're just licking the mushroom, you can cast for one use firebolt.
Firebolt.
You just put it on your cheek and start suckling on it like a jawbreaker.
Now, if you don't eat this mushroom, like fully eat it, you can cast firebolt indefinitely. But because he ate it, he has a one-time use of a third level fireball.
You're gonna see me walking around with this little small red-headed penis in my mouth at all times.
Like a pacifier.
Yeah.
I can't fire both.
With the
No, I'm supposed to have fire breath. That's mine.
with the noise out in the distance, Faramel is very, very panicked. Obviously the Eladrin that are here, he hasn't really had a chance to ask them if they can assist in their in getting this magical mirror sealed. He hasn't had a chance to speak with them. You guys literally got here and Warren immediately started hearing voices from the mirror. But now that he hears out in the distance from the west, he's hearing all these trees cracking. Very much like I feel a disturbance in the forest kind of thing. He's like, oh no, we either have to run and basically let these Eladrin be fodder for us,
Yeah.
or I mean, I'm just a simple spellcast. I mean, I'm a simple druid, but I'm not much of a fighter, so I don't know how much good I'll be in this fight. That's why I was coming here to get people to help fight. But I can tell you if what he is sending here is what I think it might be. We need to make sure that we keep an eye on Warren at all times.
What is it?
I can handle myself.
It's a, and he's like, he looks to you.
I'm just not a creature.
He not only has he stolen the faces of people, he's stolen the faces of monsters. Based off what I'm hearing, it sounds like a couple of them, but they're probably going to be bullets or boulets, however you pronounce that. Yeah, and they're oozy versions of the normal thing, like a tar ooze kind of thing, like what we saw back in the mortal realm. This is what we're probably going to be dealing with. I recognize that thundering crack of stampeding through trees. I've dealt with it a couple times, but I had to basically escape. I don't want to be here when they get here.
Coward.
Yes, very much so.
I must agree with my little
So
friend
these
here, which
people
I
were supposed
very
to help
rarely
us?
do.
This village.
I was going to try and find someone to help here, but I haven't had a chance to talk to any of them.
If you have
And-
Looks like we're helping them kill it then.
As he says
Or-
that, I'm gonna yell to all the Eladrin. Whoever helps kill it gets a drink of wine.
You hear a bunch of like Lawrence. I mean, you hear like some female versions of the female ones sound like Mavis, so it's a little bit more like subtle, but all the men sound like Lawrence. Like, ooh, I'll take some wine. What are we fighting?
It's everything.
That's a sound. What do you want me? How am I going to fight a sound? Do I need to take some drugs?
I'll be here soon.
Haven't you had enough already?
There's never enough drugs here in the Fey Realm.
Oh.
It's a party for eons.
Enjoy that.
I've heard the same 24/7, but I don't know what that refers to because we're in a land where it's either always sunny or always dark, and we never know when that time's
Always
going to
sunny in
change.
Fey
So both said,
I like this place.
But yeah, I mean, we'll fight. Can we have some of that wine now, or
I've got that for you, and then I provide my gourd as I turn and urinate into the gourd.
Oh no. Oh god.
Don't drink the yellow.
I'm gonna have to
Drink-
get you.
don't eat yellow
I'm
snow.
gonna have to get
Yeah.
you like your version of a tankard of never-ending sake or something.
Make it,
Well, I swore
make it
that-
magical and it turns whatever liquid he puts into it.
Yeah,
Something-
very much like
something
like
legit.
the night the
Let me get this for you. They call me Jesus Christ.
I'm the
Yeah,
Messiah's brother.
it's so yeah. It's,
Jerry Christ.
how are you
Great Christ.
peeing into the sake cups? You have no penis.
Yeah.
So I catheterized. So it actually, I've got it threaded where I just screw it on.
He's conducted multiple
It-
highly proficient medical procedures in the time, sometime and during our travels.
That's what you write this down. It has a
When-
lot of
Every
information.
flat
Every
to the
long rest he
artist.
spends 2 hours just.
It's like I'm trying to become an artificer.
So what you see is a couple hollow reeds that he's taken time to basically like moisten these, and it looks like a bendy straw that he basically screwed in. An artificer of the woods.
The goddess showed me how to do it. So what you do is you hollow out some of the more cellulose filled seaweed plant. Now it is salty, so it burns like a Dickens. But
Once you get over the burning,
you know,
We're just watching all that with fast. What is that called? Like fast attention, whatever the phrase is for that.
yeah, it just you're engulfed in his story, not paying attention to coming towards you. Rec Deck is still just like bug-eyed level towards the west. Spine Splitter, it's just like, are you? I don't know what you guys are doing. Are we fighting? What? Am I leaving? What's going on?
We're fighting.
We're fighting. Okay.
We're getting
I'm gonna
fresh
fight.
meat.
I'm gonna fight from the air and provide cover because I know that's probably what Michael would do. It's gonna be here soon. It's about to break through the edge of the woods, and that's where we're gonna end the session.
Question.
Yes.
Does the Fey Realm have flying creatures?
Yeah.
Small flying pests?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
big
they
flying
did.
creatures.
They did.
Spine splitters here.
Oh, like the seagull version. Yeah.
No. What was the one you had? The
Before we
poor
end, I would just
the
like
worm,
to let
baby.
you know.
And that was not
One of
small,
the,
so Death Wolf would have a hard
Eladrin
time
are
with the worm.
extremely drunk right now because I gave them two full drinks of the red wine. So for 6 hours, they're magically dead.
I'm gonna say if they took 2 full drinks, it's gonna be 12 hours.
I rolled 2 to 12.
Full. Oh, I was just gonna do it. I was gonna roll a d12, and it's just gonna be max.
That's what.
So for 12 hours, he has magical drunkenness, which means he's gonna have disadvantage on any attacks.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah.
We're actively killing this campaign.
Cannot die. He only improves every time we dedicate to a new cause.
Yeah, no.
Listen, if any of us die here, we can go to Old Smoky and become spore druids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I could have done is at the moment that Fearon jumped in the water, I could have done what he did to Grimrock, where he just immediately in the ethereal plane for
God.
just like, oh, I'm floating above my body. What is going on?
Well,
Yeah,
I
you-
immediately regret this decision.
But yes, thank you everybody for joining that one nonsense. We're gonna end just a little bit early because we need to wrap up here. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting. We're gonna start next session with obviously combat, but this is gonna give me a chance to make the monster that I just mentioned. So
This was a
yeah.
bad idea.
A bad idea. Yeah, coming to the Fae is always a bad idea.
All right.
I thought it was
But
the
yeah,
day.
thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for watching That One Nonsense, and you all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. All over.